What's up and welcome to my YouTube channel, Pochoklak. May nag-request nung nakaraan na tingnan natin yung relo ni Kim Chiu. Kaya naman sa video na to, we'll be having round 2 of taking a look at watches of its Showtime hosts. Specifically, sina Perez, Ogie Alcasid at Kim Chiu. We'll also be taking a look at alternatives. Kaya naman, let's get right to it. So medyo blingy yung watch ni Sir Ogie Alcasid dito, no. It's a Rolex. It's a Rolex GMT Master 2, specifically the reference 116718-LN-002. You'll notice that it has an all yellow gold case, bracelet, and then its bezel is in black and its dial is green. So while this one is quite gaudy, I think I like the look of it. Being a GMT Master watch, it can track up to 3 time zones. And it's already been discontinued, although on the secondary market, you'll find it for about 3.1 million pesos. Now for the alternative. This is from a brand called Citizen, which was established in 1924. And this one is not as flashy, but still it comes in all yellow gold bracelet and case. Although it's not solid yellow gold, it's more PVT coated to achieve that look. It has a bezel that is split in terms of the color, with a top half that is black and a bottom half that is green. Obviously, it can also track up to 3 time zones, and it has a beautiful pattern dial. So I think it's quite a good alternative. Its SRP is 1,595 US dollars. In Philippine peso terms, that's 92,000. But I did see it on eBay for about 3,000 US dollars. That's about 75,000 pesos, plus taxes and duties, of course, if you have to bring it in.
Sabi na sa'yo, puro biblang tayo madlang people.
The second jersey, just a large, extra large style.
This one.
Okay, so Rolex na naman. Suot ni Ayon dito is a Rolex Datejust in 41mm, specifically the reference 126334. You'll see that it has a fluted bezel, that's white gold, and then you'll see that it has a Jubilee bracelet. It also has Roman numerals on top of a blue sunburst dial. I think this is a beautiful watch, although I think it's quite large. But it's tasteful on Ayon's part to be wearing this watch, no? The Datejust in the Philippines, it's the design that I think Rolex is most well known for. And it retails for 638,000 pesos, depending on the configuration. So you can choose a different dial, a different bezel, a different bracelet, and even the numeral display, you can change that based on your liking. But on the secondary market, this costs up to 800,000 pesos, also depending on the configuration. In terms of the alternatives to this watch, there are actually a lot of options. Like I mentioned, the Datejust is one of the silhouettes that Rolex is most well known for. And given that, medyo maraming brands na tinatry na gumawa ng style na very similar to the Datejust. But the brand that I chose today is a brand with heritage as well, and that's Tissot. As mentioned in a prior video, it's actually an older brand than Rolex, and this specific watch is the Tissot Balade. This one is smaller in terms of size. It's 40mm, but it has a similar fluted bezel. It also comes on a Jubilee style bracelet. It also has a date display, but it runs on a quartz movement. That's why it's a bit more affordable. And the SRP for this watch is 21,900 pesos. But I've seen it on the secondary market for 17,000 pesos. So if you want to go for this style and you want to have some of that heritage as well, I think the Tissot Balade is a good choice.
Yung isa naman dun, I love it, I love it, I love it. Ganyan.
So, ito na tayo kay Kim Chiu, and Rolex na naman. It's a Rolex Submariner reference 126613LB. You'll notice that it comes in two-tone, yellow gold and oyster steel, and then it has a blue bezel as well as a blue dial. I think though, Because this one is in 41 millimeters. Medyo malaki siya, no, for Kim Chiu kasi medyo payat yung wrists ni Kim Chiu. So, ang suggestion ko lang, baka she needs a watch with a smaller size. But I think she carries it well all the same. And I think it's still quite tasteful kasi the Submariners, the most iconic diver, even if technically it was not the first commercially available diver. So I think this is still quite tasteful, and it retails for just above 1 million pesos. But on the secondary market, you can find it for about 1.2 million pesos depending on the condition of the watch. Ngayon, yung alternatives natin, I thought of something a bit different this time. So, this is from a brand that is called Certina. So, Certina is also an older brand than Rolex, and it's part of the Swatch Group. But this watch is the Certina DS Action Diver. And today, I'm suggesting two alternatives. One in 43 millimeters and the other one in 38 millimeters. The latter being for smaller wrists. So, for women, I think this is the choice to go. Lalo na ni-request si Kim Chiu, no? This one, the men's version, which is 43 millimeters, it would cost you about 59,500 pesos. But I did ask, and you can get a discount for about 20%, and that would bring you down to 47,600 pesos. Ngayon, kapag for the women's variant, in 38 millimeters, that would cost 51,500 pesos at retail, but similar to the earlier one, you can also get a discount. So after discount, that's 41,200. And I think, trying to mix this up, giving you guys options. So I think the Certina is a good option, and it's also older than Rolex. So as mentioned earlier, I think if you're going for that heritage angle, Certina is also quite a good choice.
Sandali!
Ay!
Ikaw ba may entry ka?
Oo naman.
Ay, ito na!
O, di ba, Vin? Sabi niyo, apelido.
Sige.
Bakit bakla ako? Sandali.
Ano yung entry mo, ha?
Eto na, first name niya. Mercedes. Mercedes Vin.
Well, that's pretty much it for the video. We've now taken a look at the watches of more It's Showtime hosts, specifically si Ogie Alcasid, Perez, and Kim Chiu. Kim Chiu on demand, by the way. And, this totaled 5.1 million pesos. At lahat yan, puro Rolex. And that brings me to why I started this channel, doing these videos. There's more to watches than just the brand Rolex. There are a lot of brands out there, and that's why we explored these brands. And when we explored these can total up to just 133,200 pesos. So they're quite affordable, and these are from brands with heritage as well that you can count on, that you can respect. These are reliable watches, and if you're going for that look, it's not just Rolex that has those designs. Other brands have them too, and maybe they bring something else to the table, and you don't have to break the bank to do that. That's pretty much it for this video. If you like this content, do hit like and subscribe to the channel. In the comment section, do tell us how you think we can improve, what other types of content what you want to see. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for your time. Laters, yo!